Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshuram Litam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurve Gaur Chandraya Radhikaya Stadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnebhyo Namo Namah. Viragya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yogam Shikshaikartam Sapurusham Purana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradhari Kripa Buddhiya Hastamam Prapadde. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopeshe Gopikanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Today, as we all know, we are celebrating memorial for Sripad Bhaktivedanta Avadhoot Maharaj. I really wanted to have this done. I was waiting for this location at farms where he used to spend a lot of time. So, there's a good place. His memories are there with all of you because he used to come to Austin, Houston, he was everywhere actually. Everywhere. Hong Kong, China, Australia, and I got couple of times association with him. Many places like in New Brush, Badger, and also Florida, in Austin, many places. And yeah, I don't remember exactly many other locations, but few interactions with him. Oh yeah, we had men's retreat at one island in Florida, and Sripad Bhagavat Maharaj was there, Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj and myself, and they were like 70-80 boys, and we had very good retreat there. And a funny comment by Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj. Sometimes we used to go walk by the beach, and I was sitting with him, and we were all chanting, looking towards the ocean. And he said, Maharaj, it's good you arranged this retreat. I said, Maharaj, it's not me. Collectively, all devotees contributed. He said, but this was your desire. You initiated this. I said, well, you all are here, so I'm very happy. Together, collectively, we are like a family, Gurudev family. We are doing and giving training to householders and brahmacharis how we can schedule our day along with our work situations and Krishna consciousness. And actually it was very nice. We used to have Mangal Aarti in the morning, And Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj he was singing Guru Ashtakam every morning. And everyone came for Mangal Aarti. And then we used to go for a little walk at the beach, and then Hari Katha 2 times a day. Sripad Bhagavad Maharaj was speaking, Avadhoot Maharaj was speaking, myself. So in that conversation, please don't take any offense. This was his nature because he's Avadhoot. You know what is the meaning of Avadhoot? Avadhoot means what is the meaning? Huh? Unconventional. In ordinary language, people, they say mad person. Ordinary. But in our Vaishnava culture, Avadhoot means something very high. One who is very simple, humble, and renunciate. And he himself don't know what he's doing. That's the meaning of Avadhoot. And actually Maharaj was like this. He don't know what is going to be his next move. I was in Austin one time with Jagdish, Prabhu and Kumari, and they told me after the program, like around 10 o'clock in the night, in the evening, oh, Avadhoot Maharaj called and he's on the way. Remember? He's on the way and he's going to come and stay with us for this program, Hari Katha program. I said, well, that's good. He's coming, he's so senior. But did he inform? No. He just always like this. When he started his car with someone, then he informed the host, okay, I'm on the way, I'm coming. Because he don't want any comforts and luxuries. So I asked devotees, where are you going to put him? He can be in my room, we can share. But they said, no, he don't like AC. He don't like air conditioning. He was having little allergy with that. He don't like cold weather. So he wanted to be in garage with all the mess around. He just need one small little bed and some of his belongings. So every morning I used to go and greet him and sit with him and seeing how so simple living standard. So simple. Chanting early in the morning. Sometimes he starts 2 o'clock, sometimes 3 o'clock. And also I saw this in that Florida, Captiva Island. Yeah, Captiva Island in Florida. Early morning. First one to come for Mangal Aarti. First one. Sometimes I used to be late because I was staying a little far distance. But first one to in Mangal Aarti and chanting Guru Ashtakam. While we were discussing, sitting at the beach, how the retreat is going, what more we have to tell to the boys, he was saying, Maharaj, this is wonderful. I'm liking this so much. Hari Katha and so much unity. Everyone is helping in kitchen, cooking, serving. It builds up a very good friendship mood. Even if there is some disagreements, it happens in community when we are together. So there's benefits and also there's drawbacks if we are in community. But mostly my personal opinion is benefits. But of course some disagreements always happens because we all have different perceptions. We can't say, oh, your perception is right, my perception is good, your perception is wrong. Everyone has their own qualification and eligibility to understand certain things. But that doesn't mean everyone's on the same level. If I understand something, if I say Pujapad Avadhoot Maharaj also have to be on the same page, I may be wrong. It also depends on seniority and experience, because he served Srila Prabhupada, his disciple of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, and he contributed in the mission of his Guru Maharaj, which is another a big topic. Our mission is not our individual mission. Our mission is the mission of our Gurudev and entire Guru Parampara, which is aligned with the mission of Rup Goswami and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Same, one and the same mission. Maybe different styles, but different, but same mood and the same mission. So, he contributed whatever he could with his eligibility qualification in the mission of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada to fulfill the desire of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada to propagate Krishna consciousness all over the world. So, many things coming in my memory right now, but let me finish this point. When we are having this nice discussion, and all the boys were swimming, and we were discussing some things, preaching and all that. Then he gave me advice, Maharaj, we should switch over some timings. Let us do more Hari Katha. And in the last Sankirtan. I said, well, I don't mind, Maharaj, whatever you decide, you are senior. Then he said, no, you are senior. I said, how come that's possible? I'm like your son. You see the age gap and also seniority. Well, then he just changed the topic. He said, you know why this retreat is successful? He said, because you are here. And other senior devotees here. Pujapad Bhagavat Maharaj is here. He said, no. It's not because of this. Then I said, then what is the reason? You tell. He said, because there is no any woman here. Sorry. And then I looked towards him, he starts smiling. So that's the reason. It's so successful. I thought he was going to say something philosophical. He said, they create all problems. And it took me like 15 minutes laughing so loudly, but he said, Maharaj, don't tell to any Matajis. Then we will not get any prasadam. So, it was very nice. And then he asked me a question, what do you have to say about vaccination? I said, Maharaj, please don't ask this question. It's a very hard to answer. Vaccination or no vaccination. Then he was very grave. He said, I don't believe this. I'm against this. I said, well, Maharaj, what to do? The current situation. He said, see, I'm surviving without vaccination. I'll just get myself isolated somewhere. But I don't want this. I said, well, that's good, Maharaj. And he scared me before that. He said, you know, I have to speak to you something very important and very urgent. I got scared. What wrong I did? And I said, yes, please go ahead. He said, no, not with anyone. Just you and me. I said, yes, Maharaj. In the afternoon? What is that point? I was a little nervous. I don't know how I offended him. And then he raised this point. You know, you go visit many families? I said, yes. Did you ask them if they are vaccinated or not? I said, oh, this is about vaccination. I thought I offended you somewhere. I said, no. And then he gave a lecture. I was keep on listening. Some very practical points he was saying. And as Prabhu was saying, he never wanted to do any hospital. No medicines. He used to take some Ayurvedic, some herbs and all that. And one of his glories is, as I was in Miami with Shamrani Didi, and she introduced Pujyapad Avadhoot Maharaj to the audience by saying, so we have Sripad Siddhanti Maharaj, we have Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj. Sripad Siddhanti Maharaj, Didi was saying this, he's the one who travels everywhere, every week, and goes every place. But Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj, he goes to those places where no one goes. We goes to those places where we have Sangha, devotees together, collectively doing singing, some dancing, Hari Katha and festival. But Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj used to go out of like nowhere, in a small town, in a village, where no devotees, just one devotee, one family, and staying there for how many days? Nobody knows. And they start preaching there. They used to, those householder host, calling upon their friends sometimes to speak with Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj, and Avadhoot Maharaj giving very practical examples. Philosophical points, but simplifying those philosophical points with the current situation happening in the world. And hearing that, many people got impressed. And then it's like, cultivating that area for preaching for the next preachers to come. This is a very difficult task. It's easy to go places where there's already devotees. But it's so difficult to go to the place where there's no devotees and you are creating a field, cultivating that field for the preachers to come and preach there. So Pujyapad Maharaj was doing this. It's a big challenge. And without even informing them that I'm coming. Keeping such humble profile. But another question is, it is so impressive to hear, keeping humble and submissive profile, but keeping some high profile. It looks little out of the way. That has nothing to do with Vaishnavism. Srila Bhaktivedanta Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say, you have to wear the coat according to your work. That means if you're going to hospital, what doctors are wearing? Which color cloth? Coat? White color. If you go, many other places, they're wearing that coat. So that coat means it shows your profile, that you are a doctor or you are attorney or whatever. So it has nothing to do. All Vaishnavas are simple and they're humble. We need that vision to understand from the time, place and circumstance. Time, place and circumstance. Giving example of his Guru Maharaj, Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. The beginning of Krishna consciousness, there was not so much finance, there was not so much money with him, but high aspirations. One day entire world will come to know about Mahaprabhu mission. Very high aspirations. He never ever felt depressed of unfavorable situations and also failures. Failures in his family life, failure in his business life, in business, and failure even in spreading Krishna consciousness. It happened so many times. He made league of devotees, but not so much success. Preaching many locations in India, not so much success. Started in Boston and New York, It was not overnight, everything's just manifested. But he never ever gave up the hope. Always keeping very high hope. This is what we have to follow the standard. No matter what happens in life, keeping high hope and high aspiration. The rest depends on Krishna. If he wants to manifest or if he don't want to manifest. We can't oppose him. We can't fight with him. As Srila Prabhupada said, if Krishna wants to snatch something from you, how much can you oppose with your two tiny hands? His hands are big. And if he wants to give you with his big hands, how much can you collect with your tiny hands? You are nowhere to oppose him. So Srila Prabhupada never gave up hope. Always high hopes. High hopes. So when there was nobody around him to help him, assist him, no money with him, just collecting some, plain papers lying here and there in his bag, writing articles in Delhi, in old Delhi. Actually, I was living very close to that street where Srila Prabhupada was renting a room and writing these articles, the beginning of Krishna consciousness. Very close, like say 50 minutes walk only. But that time I was not aware. Later on, I came to know that, he used to be in that street. Very small, narrow street in Old Delhi. Crowded. And as a business area there. He was not having any good clothes to wear to show good profile to dignitaries. At home and in your room you stay whatever you're wearing. He was not even having good clothes to wear. Torn, old. And he was struggling, going to many publishers to print my magazines. This is going to help the society. But everyone was after money. No. If you have no money, we're not going to do this. Finally it happened. That was a desire of Krishna. So magazine got published. But now he wanted to distribute this. And he was looking forward to distribute in the government offices, to the high officials. But you can't go like that. You have to be a little presentable there. Otherwise, how the preaching will, and how you're going to impress people? They're going to say, you're a beggar. They're not going to give their ears to what you're going to say. Then Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he approached his god brother, who was already having one center in Delhi. Who was his god brother? Bhakti Sarang Goswami Maharaj, who was preaching in London on the order of Srila Prabhupada. He was not present in the center. And Srila Prabhupada, he visited that center and he asked the brahmacharis, I don't have money. Can you please ask your Guru Maharaj? I need some good clothes to wear for my preaching. He wrote one letter, a telegram, and posted to London. When his godbrother Srila Bhakti Sarang Goswami Maharaj read this letter, he was in tears. He started crying. That my godbrother, he is doing so much. he's struggling so much. And he's asking basics, like 2 sets of good clothes to wear, to approach officials, dignitaries, to hand over these magazines. That magazine means the philosophy of Mahaprabhu, the philosophy of Sanatana Dharma. Krishna is eternal, Jiva is eternal, and the relationship of Jiva and Krishna is eternal. And on the name of Dharma, religion, so much nonsense was going on around the world, even in India. Superstitious and all that stuff. So Srila Goswami Maharaj, he was crying. He immediately gave orders to his disciples. Arrange good sets, as many as he wants. Arrange a good sannyasi dress for my godmother. So, then Srila Prabhupada, with that new sets of clothes, he went to many offices and distributed magazines. There was no one to assist him. Like one-man army, alone, just alone. Never gave up hope. And not everyone welcomed him. Not everyone. They rejected him, ignored him, offended him. But he never gave up hope. He was keep on doing this. Endeavors. And Krishna loves to see this. We want results in overnight. I'm putting endeavors and it should manifest next day. Okay, then in next week, or in a month, or in 1 year. Imagine how much time it took for him to come to this preaching Krishna consciousness all over the world. So many years alone. So when he was by himself in Radha Damodar temple in Vrindavan, on the beginning of his preaching movement, there was not enough finance. So maintaining very humble means attire. But when preaching spread it all over the world, then we see pictures. Was he wearing that old torn clothes? That doesn't suit the profile, because you have to be presentable to the society, to the masses, that we are not beggars. We are representative of the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Otherwise, who's going to hear you? Presentable. So time, place, circumstance, all that matters. Time, place, circumstance. So everyone contributed in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. In early years, I was not present, but I heard from many seniors. Temple in Berkeley, what is that? In San Francisco, many other places, no hot shower in winters, cold showers. All day long, going out, book distribution. Making devotees, not just nourishing devotees. That was a period was not nourishing devotees. Now is the period when nourishing devotees. But that was a time when making devotees. Production. Everyone in the streets, distributing books, speaking to them, convincing them, bringing to Srila Prabhupada. And there was nothing. After that, huge temples, palaces around the world. That was the point. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Everyone contributed. All disciples of Srila Prabhupada contributed in the mission. That's why mission spread it all over the world. Also today I heard the sad news. One of his very dear disciple, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, also left this world. I used to serve him in 90s, taking him to the programs, house programs, and like tirelessly working so hard to establish centers and preaching all over. I used to drive for him, taking him to many programs, universities, and he was like so strong. So everyone is contribution. Everyone is contribution. Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj also, in whatever way he contributed, that's also respectable and honorable for everyone. Just like example of a tiny squirrel and Hanuman. Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj used to give this comparative study. When Lord Ram was building a bridge on the ocean, the Hanuman and other big monkeys, they were throwing stones, big huge hills in the ocean. And Lord Shri Ram, he saw a tiny squirrel who was coming and getting some to the beach and getting some sand and going to the bridge, the stones, and spreading the sand on the stones. Tiny little squirrel. Lord Ram saw this and he called upon Hanuman. What? This squirrel is going to die. Big huge monkeys and she's so tiny. She's going to die. Call her. I want to speak. Then the squirrel came. Ram said, you have no fear? You will die like this. But what you're trying to do? I'm seeing you back and forth, collecting some sand in your tail and spreading over the stones. The squirrel said, that's the quality of Lord. He understands the language of animals, birds, everyone. Every language he understands. The squirrel said, I was wondering, how are you going to walk on these sharp-edged stones? So to just make your walk comfortable, I'm collecting some sand from the shore and spreading over on this sharp-edged rocks to make you comfortable. Tears of love came from the eyes of Shri Ram. You have so much love for me? You're not even caring for your life? And you have such big hope and aspiration, I mean. How many times are you going to come to the shore? How many times? It's a long bridge. She said, as many times as ever. But it's for your service. His heart melted and tears came from his eyes. And he patted on the squirrel. And 3 lines. Draw 3 lines on the squirrel by his loving patting of affection. That's why in India you see all squirrels have 3 lines. Not here. So, in Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj used to say, what was the service of Hanuman? Huge, tall body, throwing rocks like hills in the ocean. And what was the service of squirrel? Tiny little squirrel. Some little sand from the shore. We can say Hanuman's service is great and squirrel's service is too small. Srila Maharaj said no. In the realm of service there is no big and small. The intent has to be big. The intent matters. not the big body and the small body. Hanuman, being a big body, is doing and is functioning according to his status, being huge body. Doesn't look like if Hanuman is just carrying one little tiny stone with that big strength and huge body. That doesn't suit to his profile. Yeah. He's meant to carry those big hills. And squirrel body is too small. And she is doing best to her capacity. And Hanuman is doing best to his capacity. So there is no big and small. But the intent has to be very big. And the intent has to be also in the line of spiritual practices. Not your personal intent. That's not. Your personal intent is not going to work. Oh, I don't like this. My perspective this. Who are you? Who are you? Are you the authority? And what authority are you speaking on? What is your authority to express yourself? This question was raised to Srila Prabhupada. Many media, press conference, those days. Yeah, arguing with Srila Prabhupada. They say, they say, they say. Before Srila Prabhupada was just smiling, and later on he got little irritated. He said, you say, they say, I say, we say. You saying, they say, they say. Who are they? Scientists. Yeah. Are they eternal beings? They going to die or not? They are material beings or spiritual beings? So how we can rely on their philosophy? And what I say is we say. That means the entire lineage, our Guru Parampara, is coming from Krishna, bona fide source. This is our authority. Your saying is not authority. Who are you? Who are you? What is your authority? Your authority is your mind. And is your mind his authority? No. Your mind is flickering. Today he is good, tomorrow he is bad. There's a status of mind. Our mind is not our authority. Our authorities is spiritual gurus, our acharyas. They are our authorities. And they are not from this material world. They are from spiritual world. Your vision is small. Their vision is high. So we believe their vision. So intent is more important. Big service, small and big doesn't matter. Like tulsi leaf. For offering we need a tulsi leaf, right? Otherwise we can't offer. Doesn't matter tulsi leaf is big or small. Offering will be done. Krishna will accept this. Small tulsi leaf or big, doesn't matter. So intent is important, but that intent has to be aligned, not your personal agenda. We don't have personal agenda. Our agenda is Mahaprabhu agenda. But if you have your own personal agenda, then it's you. You're not following. You're not following. You have to become a follower. Means falling in the footsteps. Mahajanoji gata sapantha. The safest path. What is the safest path? Any highway is the safest? No. There are always accidents. But the path which shown by our Mahajans, great acharyas, that's the safest path. Following the footsteps of that Mahajans. More or less whatever we can with our capacities. But we should follow. Not ignoring, not neglecting. There is not much time left. We are not eternal. We are material. With material bodies. So Prabhu asked me this question a few days back on walk. Why we see that acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, my Guru Maharaj, many others, they are transcendental beings. They are spiritual. then why we see they are getting diseased or they're living body like this? Why? If they are spiritual, why are they like this? Because they are in material world and they don't transgress the laws of material world. They are covered by Yog Maya, the Yog Maya who covers Krishna. The Yog Maya also covered pure devotees. You believe this or not, this is fact. They are eternal. But because they have come in this material world, and these are flaws of this material world, these are the defects: disease, old age, death. Even when Krishna comes here, He is Supreme Lord. He embraced those defects, not that He is bound with those defects. It's two different things. Nobody bind Him with the defects of material world. He is independent Lord. But who can stop Him if He wants to embrace the material defects? Rupa Goswami Pad in Bhakti Sam Sindhu, he mentioned there are 18 defects in this material world. 18. Where it starts? Most Tandra Brahma Rurukshukam Ulvanam Mad Masarja Hinsa Khet Parishamo Asatyam Krodam Akansha Ashanka Vishwabhibram Parapeksha Dosha Ashtodeshita. 18 faults. To make it simple, bewilderment, telling lies, desirings. These are material flaws. In spiritual world, there is no bewilderment, there is no lies, there is no fatigue. But these are the defects of this world. But when Krishna comes here, He embraced those material defects. For what reason? Enacting ordinary human-like pastimes. Not transgressing the laws. He can, but he's not. Because he wants, that's the beauty of his stories. He embraced those defects to enact or expand his pastimes. His mother asked, Krishna, you ate mud? No, mother. Lies. You ate butter? You stole butter? No, mom. No, mother. Lies, right? How can the Supreme can lie someone? That's the beauty. To enhance the love of his associates and to expand his pastimes. Similarly, pure devotees of the Lord, they embrace the defects of this material world. These defects can't touch them, but they themselves touch them or embrace them to show us with their example. Like, I was not present, but I hear from senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada when he was manifesting sickness pastime in Vrindavan and was about to leave this world. One devotee asked this question, Srila Prabhupada, throughout your life you said, you're pure devotee, and you're eternal. But we see you are so sick and you're leaving body. What is this? I'm not able to reconcile this. How can we understand the transcendental nature? So I'm having little doubt. And Srila Prabhupada, on that bed, is giving answer. That throughout my life, I practiced and preached. Throughout my life, I practiced and preached. And I preached after practice. I learned everything from my acharyas, from my Gurudev. I practiced and then I preached. And now I'm preaching to all of you my disciples, and everyone in the world, I am preaching all of you that don't claim your body is eternal. One day you all going to become old like me. I'm showing you with my own example. I'm showing you with my own example. One day your body will become like me, old. One day you all going to get disease. And with my own example I'm showing that one day you all have to leave this world. So I'm acting as a preceptor, as a guru, as an instructor. And for that, playing that role, I have to show you with my own example. How are you going to learn otherwise? That was the answer of Srila Prabhupada. They came from spiritual world and then they went back to spiritual world. They're coming and going. It's not like us coming and going. It means we take birth and we die, we again take birth and we die. But from their perspective, no, from their the glories of them is just like the sunset and sunrise. Sun is always eternal. We don't see sun in the dark, in the night. That doesn't mean sun is not present there. Spiritual world, spirituality and pure devotees, they're always eternal. They never die. And someone said, they die to live. And we live to die. We live to die. Which is a bitter truth. Prani nam mrityum dhruvam. The ultimate truth. Prani nam mrityum dhruvam. Death is certain. Certain. That's the surety. Everything else is unsure. Only death is something which is sure and is stamped. It's going to happen. But Vaishnava, they don't die. They leave body. What does it mean? Whenever they come to Krishna consciousness, when they start practicing, they always set up an example. Different profiles, preaching profile, or bhajan profile, that doesn't matter. Whatever you're wearing, whatever you're not wearing, doesn't matter. But it's all depends according to what is your seva, what is your service. So, remembering Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj, it was I don't remember the year, there was a Bhagavad Katha in Bajar, in New Braj, just immediately after festival. So even though Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj he planned to go somewhere else immediately after festival, but when he heard that there are going to be 7 days Bhagavad Katha, immediately after festival, he stayed back. And he told his host, I'm not coming. they arranged for him, but he said, I'm not coming. He said, because I want to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. This shows his simplicity and his nature of, that's the Vaishnava nature. What is Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam praman amalam yad Vaishnav nam priyam. The dearmost scripture of all the Vaishnavas, Srimad Bhagavatam. Vaishnav cannot survive without Srimad Bhagavatam. Cannot. If you think you're surviving without Bhagavatam, you're not surviving, you're dead. You're dead. Every Vaishnava, the best scripture is Srimad Bhagavatam. Every Vaishnava. So one has to read Srimad Bhagavatam, verse 1 to verse last. And if you finish that, don't think it's over, you have to start again. When you finish your day with your meal, with your dinner, it's not that you're going to start again next day. We start again early in the morning, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, the next meal, then again next meal. Even if it is one verse, if it is one page or one chapter, according to your time frame, always stay in the proximity with Srimad Bhagavatam. It gives you a practical insight how to lead your life and how to cultivate renunciation. Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj was ideal example of renunciation. As we all know. Simple living, high thinking, simple eating, any corner, he just need any corner to sleep, that's all. But he used to read Bhagavatam in the garage. I saw. He was reading Bhagavatam. So he was very fond of hearing Bhagavatam when he heard there was going to be 7 days after festival. He stayed back and he was always next to me and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. That's the nature of pure devotees. It's not that they're always speakers. They also want to hear. So he was hearing. That doesn't mean he's inferior or I'm superior or I'm senior, he's junior, because he's only hearing and he's not speaking. That has nothing to do with seniority. Nothing to do with seniority. A speaker can speak very fluently, very well versed. But who knows what is the intent of that speaker? Or what is the purity of that speaker? Or what is the qualification of that speaker? But is very well versed in speaking. But the audience, the listener, he or she can be more superior and senior. It all depends on the intent. All depends. What is the intent of speaking? What is the intent of hearing? And Krishna, he acknowledged that and he rewards accordingly. Your intent is to preach, to serve, or to preach or to get adoration. What is your intent? Krishna knows this. And he reciprocated and award accordingly. That's his promise. Ye yatha mam prapadante tam sate bhajamo. Shiva, he always constantly speaking Bhagavatam to his wife. And when he finished speaking Srimad complete Bhagavatam, then he wants to hear from his wife, Parvati. Then she speaks and Shiva hears this. I was so happy when Maharaj was sitting next to me. Honestly telling, I was thinking, even though he's senior to me, he's the one who's supposed to speak and I should hear. But this is the quality of Vaishnavas. They give opportunity to their inferiors, to their juniors, to check if they are speaking right or wrong. I took it that way. And I got a words of compliment as a blessings from him. I'm not shy telling this. And I'm not exposing myself, expressing myself. But this was a blessings. He said, you speaking exactly as Gurudev is speaking. Means repeating the words. Not exactly, I'm sorry, my English is terrible. You are speaking and expressing as the way Gurudev used to do, and you're repeating his words. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. So keep on here speaking. I want to hear this. The general criteria says one who is speaking is senior. One who is listening is junior. In bhakti, it has nothing to do with that. In devotional life, it has nothing to do. Srila Gurudev also used to ask his sannyasis and brahmacharis and even the girls to stand up and speak. And they were speaking so fluently. And Gurudev used to relish. He used to go like this, relishing. Yes, I'm like you. That doesn't mean the disciple become guru, of guru. He's relishing it, hearing. In Golok Vrindavan, two brothers, Snigdkant and Madhukant, they are narrating the pastimes of Krishna. And who is the audience? Krishna is sitting there with his friends. His father Nand Maharaj is sitting with his friends. His mother Yashoda Maya is sitting with her friends. And Radharani with her sakhis in different sections. This was the audience. Is the audience inferior? But these two brothers, Snigdkant and Madhukant, they're narrating the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. They're narrating pastimes of Krishna. And Krishna is hearing those pastimes. Understand? So that doesn't make any difference who's speaking and who's hearing. It is the intent that's more important. So, remembering Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj and praying for his mercy and blessings, you have served your Guru Maharaj in whatever way you could. You have contributed in the mission of Mahaprabhu, in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Please bless us so that we can also contribute something in the mission of your Guru Maharaj, which was a mission of entire Guru Parampara and the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Whatever we can with our qualification. Somebody can cook well, somebody can sing, somebody can speak, somebody can go out distributing books, outreach. Somebody can maintain temple, managerial services, somebody taking accounts. All this service are service to Krishna. Don't think the only pujari who's very close to the Lord is very superior. And one who's cooking or cleaning is not close to Krishna. It has nothing to do. These are material considerations. Spiritual considerations are totally different from this. Totally different. So, seeking blessings from Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj and other acharyas and other devotees and all devotees actually. Please remove our doubts, give us clarifications, make our intent pure, and we also want to contribute to serve this mission of Mahaprabhu, to make our life successful by making others' life successful, and make other life successful by making my life successful. Both cases. जीवन सार्थक करी करो परोपकार, जीवन सार्थक करो करी परोपकार. By making others' life successful, making my life successful, and making my life successful, and then making other life successful. Both cases. This is the blessings I need from, I want from, and we all want from all devotees, especially Sripad Avadhoot Maharaj. Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Please end up with one Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, this one. Hare Krishna, Krishna. You sing well. I'm learning from you. So with this we conclude our Harikatha session here at Farms. Tomorrow heading to Alachua. few days there, celebrating Akshaya Tritiya, the most auspicious day in the calendar year. Akshaya Tritiya, to start any new venture, travel, wedding, or any ceremony, anything on that day gives eternal benefits. So if you're not reading Bhagavatam, start reading on Akshaya Tritiya day, May 10th. 10th here also?
Yes.
Yes. If you're not chanting, start chanting from Akshaya Tritiya day. If you're chanting one round, then try chanting 16. If you're chanting 16, come to 32. If you're chanting 32, come to 64. And if you're chanting 64, you can even chant 100. No one is going to stop you. It's only our mind who stops us. There's no one else who stops us. We have to tame our mind. Means adjust the mind. That's all. This adjustment is required with some spiritual instruments. Screw. Otherwise, loose screw. Screw has to be tight. So Akshaya Tritiya is a very auspicious day. I request the community Sangha here to please do something on that day. Special decoration, special offering, in some Hari Katha Kirtan, which you do every day, but in a very, special way. You can do that. Hare Krishna. Please.
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Maharaj Sripad